What's up, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. I'm happy to have you here. This video, we are talking about 25 lessons that I have learned in 2025. I feel like sometimes it's easy to not realize how much you've been learning or what you've been accomplishing over the year because life is just go, go, go. But this video is all about me actually stopping, reflecting, and being intentional about writing down the things that I've learned so that I can see that I have been more blessed than I even realized in this year. And feel free to leave a comment down below if there's something that you learned in 2025 that you want to share. Feel free to let me know in the comments below. Alrighty, y'all, let's get into the video. Okay, number one, it is not too late to do what God told you to do. It is not too late to start being obedient. All you need to do is just ask God for his forgiveness and then also for his instruction. I finally started this channel after a year and a half of not doing it, after a year and a half of being too afraid to start, feeling like I didn't have everything that I needed and it wasn't going to be good, and I finally did it. And now I'm so proud of myself. Like, I spend more time now patting myself on the back for actually starting than I do beating myself up about taking forever to start. Number two, you don't have to have all the answers before you start. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have all the answers before you start. You're going to have to actually just take that leap of faith, trust that God is going to catch you, and just go for it anyway. And it might be scary, but it's going to be even scarier if you don't do it and if you don't become the person that you were always intended to be. Number three, God can use the unlikely and the unexpected. Just because you don't feel qualified for it does not count you out and does not take you out of the game. God can still use you, and his strength is made perfect in your weakness. And so even when you feel like something is out of reach for you, it's not. And be reminded of 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. It says, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." Number four, your value is already set and determined by God. It is not determined by the popularity, the views, the numbers, the subscribers, the followers. It is set by God and God alone. Number five, the way you speak to and about yourself matters more than you even realize. Even those little comments you make that you think they're just a joke and they don't mean anything, they do mean something. The way that you speak to yourself matters. Change your words, change your world. Number six, this was a tough one for me, but things are not just going to happen out of thin air, okay? You are going to sometimes have to put effort into it. And it's not to say that God won't take it from there and do exceedingly abundantly above. He will, but it requires some sort of action on our part. Faith without works is dead, and faith works together with our works. Number seven, disobedience is going to cost you your peace. Your assignment is going to keep calling you, so answer the call. And just remember that obedience is our responsibility. The outcome is God's responsibility. Number eight, oftentimes we are actually more courageous than we give ourselves credit for. So don't say that you're not courageous, because you are. Just tap into it. Number nine, as you pour, God pours. He will provide the overflow. When I first started this channel, I had no clue at all what I was going to talk about. All of the topics that I've discussed thus far on my channel, and I have over 100 videos on my channel now, and I didn't know half the stuff that I was going to actually say. I didn't have all of that in the back of my mind, but as I poured and as God told me what to say, even though I questioned it, even though I doubted it, as I put it out there, God continued to refill my cup. He continued to pour into me, giving me more and more things to say. Number 10, you don't have to fake who you are or pretend to be somebody that you're not in order to get people to accept you or like you. You cannot please everybody, so you might as well please the only one who matters, which is God. And he does not want who you are pretending to be. He wants the real deal. You are more than enough just as you are, and you're only going to be miserable if you're trying to constantly keep up with an identity that is not even yours. Number 11, sometimes you need to rest, not quit. There's a difference. There have been so many times this year with this channel that I have wanted to quit and I wanted to throw in the towel because I got frustrated and irritated. But if I would have done that, I would have missed out on all that God has done in and through me with this channel. Number 12, sometimes we are fighting battles that are not even ours to fight. There are things out here we're being flustered and anxious about stuff that we have no business even battling. Yes, there are going to be some battles that we are equipped to fight, but then there are others where we are meant to surrender and just trust God to do the heavy lifting for us. Number 13, I am more creative than I ever imagined. I used to always speak down on myself and say that I was not creative, but it took a while for me to finally believe that I actually am creative and to know that God created us and he created us in his image and in his likeness, so therefore we are also creative. Because now I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am creative. So I feel like if you are somebody who does not believe that you are creative, you got to know that you actually are. Number 14, you need a hobby. Listen, me and crochet go together real bad, okay? You need to find something that just makes you come alive. It excites you. You feel passionate about it. That is one thing that 2025, that's probably one of the biggest things 2025 has given me is my love for crochet, okay? I started at the beginning of the year, got injured, had to take several months off, and then started back up in the summer. And that's when I really just kind of went a little crazy with it. But when I tell you it is one of the most fun things ever, okay? So if you're looking for a new hobby, you can try crochet. But basically the whole point here is that find something that excites you, something that doesn't stress you out, something that you can do just for the fun of it. Everybody deserves a hobby, and I used to always say that I didn't have any hobbies, and now I do. Don't feel bad if you don't have a hobby yet. That's okay. Just try some things out, try something new, and you never know what could come out of it. Number 15. Your younger self is still in there, so do something that your younger self would have loved to do. Whether it's skating or reading or writing, whatever it is, do something that reminds you of your childhood or just when you were younger. For me, one of the things that I've picked up lately that I had not done in years was play Mario Kart. It is so fun, and it just reminds me back to those times where life was a little bit easier. It just takes me back to those days and just reminds me how much I used to love doing that. Number 16, for somebody who barely liked to talk and really didn't have too much to say all the time, I have learned that there is value in my voice. There's value in the voice that God gave me. He has given me something special to say and to put out there, something special that I carry, and the same is true for you too. Number 17, God can always redirect you. If you get it wrong when intending to do God's will, because maybe you're questioning whose voice you heard, whether it's yours, his, or the enemy's, God can always put you back on the track you need to be on. He can always redirect you. Number 18, second guessing yourself is going to hold you back. Be confident in the decisions that you make, and remember, God can always redirect you. Number 19, prayer does not have to be complicated. Just pour out your true feelings, thoughts, and concerns to God, whether it's good or bad. Just be honest about what it is that you feel and just talk. And then if you don't know what to say and you don't know what to pray about, that's when the Spirit will intercede on your behalf. Number 20, even if it's not at the time that I want it to be, God is still always going to show up. Even if it's at a later time, even if it's in the last quarter or the last minute, God is always going to show up. Number 21, gratitude should not come with a disclaimer. I did a whole video on this, so if you haven't seen it, please go watch. Number 22, sometimes the shorter route is not the best route. It could be God's protection and his redirection for you. Number 23, because I have not forgotten about my Dream Life series that I started earlier in this year, I wanted to talk about that specific one. And what I learned is that my dream life is a journey. It's a process. It is not a destination. It is a life where I am in full, complete submission to God and what it is that he has for my life. It's a life where fear does not hold me back. Fear does not stop me. Fear does not get the final say. It's a life where I trust that I have nothing to worry about because I know that God has got my back. I know that everything is going to work out for my good. And it is a life where I show up believing that. I walk into rooms believing that I deserve to be there because God sent me in the room. I walk into places and I'm able to speak what it is that God gave me because I have the confidence that God is going to back me up. That's my dream life. And so will I say that I've arrived at this dream life, quote unquote? No, not necessarily. But I do think that 25, I did a lot of the internal work to set me up to be on the right track and to believe that I'm actually consistent. I am capable of doing the things that I desire to do. The desires that God gave me, I'm able to do them. So it's not necessarily about having arrived at, oh, my dream life, everything was perfect. But it's just a change in the way that I have lived my life. It's a change in the way that I think, a change in the way that I feel, and a change in the way that I move. Number 24. What seems out of reach to us is really just slight work for God. Just because it seems too big for us is not too big for God. So we don't have to limit our prayers and shrink down the things that we really want because we feel like it's too much or because we feel like we don't deserve them. God is capable of doing any and everything. There is nothing too hard for him, and there is nothing impossible for him to do. So just ask God for what it is that you want. put in the work that you can, do your part, and watch God go above and beyond. And number 25, God can do more than you could ever imagine with just the little crumbs that you have to offer. Alrighty, y'all, so that is it. My 25 lessons that I've learned throughout this year. There's so many more, but that was just some of them that I thought really stood out that I wanted to focus on. I challenge you, if you haven't thought about this yet, to think about what are some of the lessons that you've learned? What are some of the takeaways that you've had in 2025? It doesn't have to be 25 of them. It can be 10, it can be 5, it can even be 3. However many things that you've learned, something that you've taken away that has made you better. And also feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know what are some of the lessons that you've learned in 2025. I would love to see your comments. And y'all, this is the last long form video that I'm going to post in 2025. Like, it is so crazy to think we were already almost at the end of the year. But when I tell y'all, this has been an incredible journey and it has taught me so much. And just doing this channel and posting all of these videos and just being able to remember that 2025 is the year where I finally took that leap of faith. And it's been so rewarding. It's been such a blessing. And I honestly have had a time with this channel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all that God is going to do in 2026. I hope y'all have a very happy holidays and a happy new year. Be safe out there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.